Hello! Welcome to the Marmix Comics YouTube show. Has it only been a week since we were last together? No, it hasn't. It's actually been 2 weeks. Count them. 2 weeks, because last week, unfortunately, and I'm really sorry about this, last week I had to cancel the show because I literally had no voice. I've been talking and doing lots of workshops and stuff like that, which has been fantastic, but it seemed to take its toll on my voice a little bit, and I gave my entire family a nice little break as I barely could talk. And last weekend, you might have noticed, or might have seen on my social media, that I was going to be working with the Barnaby Festival, which is a great arts festival that takes place in Macclesfield. Usually it takes place throughout the town. 10 days of amazing art-based antics, whether it be music, drawings, painting, parades, but unfortunately we couldn't do that this year because of the current situation, and so they moved it online. So I did 2 workshops with them on the Sunday, so I needed to get my voice fixed for then, which I did. So you might have tuned in and watched those. If you haven't watched those and you'd like to, then you can go to their Facebook page or their website and you can check those out and watch those. I did some different little things, 2 sort of stages of creating characters from the future and then creating an environment from the future. So yes, so apologies for last week, but I know that some of you did tune in, and you then watch some of my other videos that maybe you've not seen before, you watch them again. So that's the great thing about all this. The videos are still there for you to see again. So as always, it's still the case. We are supported, I'm supported by the Lakes International Comic Art Festival, an amazing comic art festival, which again is one of the events that's going online. They're moving online come October, so you'll all be able to enjoy that one. And please keep sharing your drawings. You've still been doing that. And feel free to say hello in the comment section. My name is, I'm Marmix Comics, Mark with a C, M-A-R-C, on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. But as we know, the show is now just weekly. We're not doing the Wednesday show at the moment. But stay tuned next week, because I might do a few little surprise pop-ups. I might suddenly go live for 5 minutes, a 5-minute freestyle. So if you subscribe to the channel, you make sure you subscribe to the channel, which I think on a computer you've got to go down there, and on a phone you've got to go there. It's somewhere, wherever it says subscribe, just click that button or that bell or something like that, and you'll get a little ping on your phone saying that I'm about to go live, and you can get all excited and grab your felt pens, grab your pens. We're going to need some pens. If you notice today, I have switched to the Freestyle Friday Fez. Nothing says felt pens more than putting them inside a Fez. So if you've got a Fez nearby or a hat of certain of another variety, feel free to put your pens in there. Got some sad news. Some sad news. Brace yourselves. Last week, this is a tough one. Last week, my dear decanter Douglas suffered an unfortunate incident, and he broke. For those of you new to the show, we like to stay hydrated on the show. I always have a glass of water nearby, one for me and one for my homies. And I have my decanter Douglas to my side, named Douglas after one of my viewers. There was an incident. Douglas smashed beyond repair. It's just traumatizing, and I wasn't sure if I was, I think maybe that's why I lost my voice, because I just got so distressed by it. However, don't worry, I now have Joan the Jug. Joan the Jug is now taking the place of Douglas. You know, we're still, Douglas is always in our minds, but Joan the Jug is now the new way to get water from one receptacle to another. I mean, I could just drink it straight from the jug, but that would be uncouth. Never drink from the jug, never drink from the milk carton straight out of the fridge. Just, you know, let's not let our standards slip. Okay, so yeah, we'll do a few little hellos. If you want to say hello in the comment section, feel free to do that. And so hello from Bronte and Christine. Hello, Bronte and Christine. Alan Carr is fixing the compost bin. Alan, you know, he's living the dream. Wherever you live, Alan Carr is living the dream, fixing the compost bin. Who knows what happened to the compost bin that required it to be fixed? That's the question, isn't it? Poor Douglas. Yes, I know. Poor Douglas. It's a shocker. A shocker. I'm surprised it didn't make the local news. If I'd contacted the Macclesfield Express, it probably would have done, to be honest, because that's how they roll. Speaking of Macclesfield, this weekend I organise a comic art festival called MacPow. Some of you watching might have been to MacPow, some of you might have been planning to come to MacPow this year, and unfortunately back in March I had to make the difficult decision to postpone it until next year. There's some amazing comic artists from all around the world coming to Macclesfield, and it would have been tomorrow, and it happens in the town hall in Macclesfield. And so after the dust kind of settled and things started to calm down, started to think about different things, what could I do? So tomorrow on my Instagram, you've got to follow me on Instagram, Mark Makes Comics, MARC on Instagram. If you can see this, I don't know, I'm going to have to angle it like that. It's MacPow at home, basically. Yes, if you follow me on Instagram, it's a little bit blurry. Oh, hang on a sec, what's going on? Don't hit that because that's going to go off. It's a little bit blurry, but you'll get the gist. Follow me on Instagram, Mark Makes Comics, MacPow at home, and from 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'll be chatting to a feast. Yes, a feast of comic artists from all around the world. Some amazing creators are going to have little chats, just like 10, 15-minute chats with me. They tell me what they've been doing and get a chance to share their work. And we're just going to talk comics. So you can tune in on so if you go to my Mark Makes Comics Instagram, I'll go live and you can click on that, you can watch, and then they're going to join me and it's going to go crazy. It's going to be fantastic. So today, as well as it being the neighbour stood on it, the neighbour stood on the compost bin. Again, I don't really know what that actually means. I don't know how that happens. So I just got to quickly get something else to make sure that that's ready to show you later. Let's have a quick second. Sorry, guys, I had to. I haven't got multiple phones. I don't know about you in your house, but I just haven't got that. So yes. So I hope you've been well, staying safe. I know things are a little changing a little bit now, hopefully for the better. And a lot of the children went back to school this week, so I hope they've been safe and enjoyed themselves. I know my daughter had a whale of a time. So I thought, as well as doing the Freestyle Friday, I thought it'd be nice to do a little how-to little demonstration. So I was having a little think about what to do for that, and different things that I've shown you and what to do. So remember, guys, for a demonstration or for this activity, you're going to need your pens. So shake your pens. You're going to need some paper, A4, A3, whatever you've got. If you want to turn your A4 into A3, you just have to put the two pieces together, sellotape them with a responsible adult or the adult that you've got nearby you. It doesn't always mean the same thing, I've realised. And obviously, stay hydrated. Grab your Joan, grab your Douglas if you've still got a Douglas in your house, and decant away, my friends. One for me, one for my homies. So I was trying to figure out what to do and how what how-to I should do today. And it was basically, oh, 1 second. Somebody's getting in there with the request a little early. Let's just 1 sec. Hello? Oh my word. It's Cat Stevens. Oh, not Cat Stevens from my comic. Oh, it's the real Cat Stevens. Well, this guy is the real Cat Stevens. This is my Cat Stevens. We've all got our own Cat Stevens, Cat Stevens. This is Cat Stevens, the musician. Hi, how are you? Yeah, I'm a big fan of your music. Yeah. Another Saturday Night. That is my all-time favourite Cat Stevens song, which I know is a cover version of a Sam Cooke song, but I think the viewers should definitely check that out. It's a great song, great song. You did an amazing, different version. That's what you're doing. Cover things, you got to do a different version. Cat, what's up? What's going on? How are you keeping? Keeping well? Okay, yeah. You've got a request. All right. Okay. It's typical with any celebrity. Any level of celebrity. This is always what they want. Okay. Right. Well, thanks for calling. You did call a little earlier because we kind of do a how-to now at the start before we do the Freestyle Friday. If you look in the comments section, no one else is asking for things. If you can see, I'm pointing to the comment section. No one else is asking just yet. They're all being patient. All right, okay, calm down, Cat. Calm down. All right, okay, I'll do it for you. I will do it, Cat. Okay. All right, take care. Thanks a lot. Wow. Musician Cat Stevens. You know what he wants, don't you? He wants me to draw Cat Stevens. Well, he's rung up the wrong person, hasn't he? Because the thing is, this is my Cat Stevens. This is my Cat Stevens. Check it out. Look at that. So I'm going to show you guys how to draw Cat Stevens. That's what you get, Cat Stevens, for ringing me up, putting me on the spot like that and peeking too early. So get yourselves your pens and your pieces of paper. And I'm going to show you the step-by-step of how to draw Cat Stevens from my comic. And all my comics are available in my shop, my Etsy store. And I'm going to give you a little announcement after this about something fish related. if you've received your Nothing Below the Fish t-shirts, fantastic. I should have been wearing mine today, but it's in the wash. I've been wearing it a lot. So get yourselves your pen. Remember, we all know the rules. Speaking of Nothing Below the Fish, let's get a line in here. It's been a couple of weeks, but I know how to draw a line still. And I also know how to draw the tool of most cartoonists, the guideline, the Nothing Below the Fish. You draw any new viewers out there, because you never know, might have picked up a few new viewers, people curious as to what's going on. The first rule of cartoon is, draw anything below the fish. If it's below the fish, you guys can't see it. And so there's no point in me. I could be drawing all sorts down here. I could be beavering away, trying to draw a fantastic drawing, and then I turn around and it's like, oh, it's just blank up there, okay? It's a blank. Patrick Army Boy. Hi there, Patrick. I believe you've not been feeling so great recently. I hope you're feeling a lot better, Patrick. I hope you're feeling a lot better. So, Cat Stevens, we're going to go with a couple of eyes. So let's get a couple of nice big eyes here in the middle, okay? The eyes, okay? The big cartoon eyes. So a couple of circles or a couple of ovals. My eyes just tend to sort of go more ovally these days, unless I slow down to get the circles. But if I just sort of go for it, they tend to just be wide and crazy and more oval, okay? And then what you're going to do under the eyes, I want you to draw a line, okay? Like that, okay? Just a line across like that. And then basically I'm going to draw another line and another line to form a triangle, or basically the nose, the cat's nose, or Cat Stevens' nose, right? And then, yeah, you can fill that in there with your little, a bird outside just heard me say cat and panicked and flew off. Staying alert. That bird is staying alert out there, and I suggest you all stay alert. Okay, now, Cat Stevens now has got he doesn't tend to have, I didn't do him with pointy ears. He's kind of got, they're kind of like this kind of shape like that. They're kind of like the oval of the eyes, but without being the full shape, right? So you do one, and then you do another like that, okay? All right. And then you can do an eyebrow above like that, okay? And then the way that so that if you've read this comic, you'll know that it involves a pizza. And so when I created it for this character, so the way I would say is that you draw kind of like a pizza head shape now. So you do like a kind of a pizza head, kind of like that. Okay, it's a pizza. It's kind of like, it's kind of like a pizza. It is in my world, all right? So you kind of do this kind of shape like that. It's got a big head. And then from the point here of the triangle, do a line down, okay? And then it's the big smile. He's got a big smile, so you just go for it, really. He's just got a huge grin like that, okay? And then in this area here, we just do 1, 2, 3, and then 3 little dots. It's kind of like the whisker area. I don't tend to do the actual whiskers. That's just not, when I draw cats, I don't tend to get caught up in the whiskers that much detail, even though I am a big fan of the detail, and I know there's a lot of detail fans out there. Okay, so just do the 1, 2, 3 on each side. And then we can do a couple of little lines there under there. And then, you might even want to do a little line under his eyes. I like that little bit of detail there. Okay, now let's whiz back up to his ears. Just do a little line like that and another one like that. Okay, that's as we know, we were talking about this if you watched my Barnaby show, but I think we've talked about this on this show as well. That's this bit of the ear. So on a human, it's this bit, which is known, and for any doctors watching out there, they'll be just sort of nodding along with this. This is known as the ear thingy. Okay. So if ever something's going on with this part of your ear here, you just basically have to ring up to the doctors. You'll first speak to a receptionist who is so well trained. They almost act like a doctor. They like to give you advice when you ring them up. And they're kind of like they're like a little doctor with a telephone, basically, the receptionists these days, which is great. It's fantastic. Who needs to talk to a doctor when you can get diagnosed by a receptionist? So you say to the receptionist, I'm having trouble with my ear thingy, and they'll go, right, and then they'll do one of two things. They'll either advise you of what to do, or they'll actually put you onto a real doctor. So ear thingy. So that is the cat's ear thingy. Ooh, controversial. So that's the cat's ear thingy, and then I like to do a little 1, 2, 3 and a 1, 2, 3 little lines like that, okay? And that's how we go with the old Cat Stevens head. He's got the little ding ding dings in his ears like that. Now we're going to draw his body, and the way you do this is we basically come down here so imagine really this is the central point kind of thing, this line it's not quite central, it's kind of like a side, not a side on, more of a face on. So then we're going to do like a little line here and then a line across, then bring that line back up again, okay? Doesn't have to wobble. If you want it to wobble, you can. Mine just kind of wobbled. That's fine, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then we do another one, so we leave basically the same gap, but we don't do a line here. We leave the same gap, then we do another line down, we do a cross, and then we do another line down like that, okay? All right. Then we do like another triangle. So we're again, it's all about taking the same shapes and kind of using them in various different places. So we do another line like that, and then a line down, and then we do another line like that, and then a line like that, okay? And that is the collar of his jacket. He has a cool jacket, if you see. Look, he's got his cool jacket there, okay? Right, and then basically we take this kind of shape here, this curve here at the bottom, which is also, if you see, the shape of his mouth, and we do the curve shape, okay? Just like that, okay? That is the bottom of his body. So Cat Stevens is kind of walking along. That's how I'm going to draw him, similar to how he is on the cover. So get a couple of lines here, which is going to be his leg, and then we do the little foot. He doesn't have shoes on, he doesn't wear shoes, he just has his cool jacket, he doesn't do anything else other than a cool jacket. And then we do the little 1, 2, 3, little dings like that, 3 through 3. So you've got the 3 there, the 3 there. But then on the knees, on the legs, or the arms, I tend to just do 1, 2. All right, that's just my style. It's just the way I do it. Don't ask me why. It's just the way it is. Okay. Now I'm going to get his other leg here. So he's walking along. Okay. So this is the same kind of thing with these two lines running sort of parallel-ish to each other, but they're curving round. Okay. And then his little foot on the end with 1, 2, 3, and then the ding ding like that. Okay, look at that. And that is him walking along. Look how happy he is. And now, on this arm here, we're going to do the standard issue arm tucked behind because he's cool. He's cool as cool. Well, what we could actually do, we've got. Oh no, actually, I remembered. I've not drawn for a while, so I've got my little reference just to remind me of some of the details here. So. We've got his arm here tucked behind his back because he's cool. He's walking along. He's Mr. Cool, okay? Right, and let's just go back to... And so we've got the little things, ding, ding, like that. And then here, the little detail here on his jacket. So kind of like this point here, do a line across, a line across. It's the same kind of thing. So you've got this kind of gap. So in a way, you've got this width here, and then you've got the same width here, turned on its side, like that, you see? Top and toe, okay? And then in here, lots of lines coming down like that. Just thin lines, okay? And that's kind of like the trim of his jacket. In the fashion industry, it's known as the trim of the jacket, okay? I spent a lot of time in Milan working in the fashion industry in the late 80s. I was a child model. Yeah, I got to learn a lot of the terminology. So that's the trim. Okay. So now on this side, he's going to be walking along, holding his typical. Cat Stevens likes to drink milk because he's a cat. This is his favourite tip. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw a thumb here. Okay, and then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 little fingers, kind of like sausages or sausages. Okay, now we've got the 3 fingers here, so they're the front bit here. Okay, and then we've got the thumb kind of coming around, like gripping it, holding like that. So we've got those in place. Now we tuck the drink behind those. So let's do a line down like that. So we're doing the cup. He's got a cup. Okay, this is how you draw the cup. So you take this line here and then do that again. Okay, just like that. All right, got it. Just checking. Anybody's got any questions, feel free to drop those into the comment section. Now, he likes to have a straw, obviously, okay? But it's a biodegradable straw. Again, obviously, he isn't messing around with plastic straws. Not these days. You've got to be sensible. Paper straws, because we don't want any more plastic straws in the world. I read something, or I sort of heard something that. Did you know, there's always one, isn't there? Did you know cats are lactose intolerant in non-comic life? Is that correct? So cats shouldn't drink milk, don't drink milk. But that's the thing. So in real life, in non-comic life, the things that kind of have become part of the culture of comics or cartoons or things, that you associate cats drinking milk, okay, that you can get away with in comics or in cartoons or in films. You can get away with a number of these little things that actually aren't true. Because if you see a cat drinking milk, you just assume it. But then you get somebody coming in like Christine who just shuts that down. She shuts it down straight away, and that's what we need. People like Christine, and to show the kind of the way that our brains work, that we see things sometimes, and this is the great thing with comics and cartoons, is that you can see things or you can illustrate things in ways that they actually aren't and still get away with it. Okay, like rabbits should not eat carrots. They shouldn't. But there's a lot of there's a lot of fallacies out there about things that aren't right. The same way is that when women are pregnant, they're not pregnant for 9 months, they're pregnant for 10. You don't know that until you have a baby, right? Everyone just goes along with 9 months, 9 months, 9 months. Yeah, there's even a film called 9 Months about somebody being pregnant. It's 10 months. It's 10 months. No one says that. Why? I don't know. Just tell everybody the truth. Christine knows that. Right. So we've got the cup here. Right, we've got a little line there, and then we do a little split of the little milk. Okay. And then we have his little hand coming here like that, and his arm, okay, around like that. Nice sort of curvy, bendy arm, because that's the way I roll. And there he is. And so to show the little movement there and his little feet and his little, maybe the straw's wobbling as well. He's got his arms, he's walking along. And remember, I did a little swirl, the little 3 lines here to show kind of like the motion and the shadow that he's off the ground. And then we got kind of like a little bit of, the dust's kind of coming up because he's walking along. He's so pleased. And he's possibly a little bit hot. It's a very hot day today. He's got his cool red leather jacket on because he's cool. When you're cool, you don't take off the jacket. You keep the jacket on, but you stay cool with a drink, a nice cool drink, you see. And then you can do a little detail in there. And then, because he's a cat, he's got kind of like a little furry chest, okay? There you go. Look at that. Just the 3 little swirls there, and that is how you draw a little furry chest. And that basically is how you draw Cat Stevens. That is how you draw Cat Stevens. So thank you, Cat, for phoning in. Thank you for phoning in. You phoned in and you requested Cat Stevens to be drawn, and there you go. All right. So if you've never read this comic, feel free to place an order. I go to the post office on a Sunday. You could check that comic out. It's a really cool one, and I was very proud of this one because I got a grant from, check it out there, badge of honour, a grant from the Arts Council. It was a big thrill. That was somebody, Arts Council invested in my work, which was incredible. So yes, and don't forget to put your old initials. Right. Now, before we head to the, so there you go. So feel free to share your Cat Stevens with me. And if you, and before we head to, yesterday was hot. Yesterday was hot. It really was, Patrick Army Boy. So let's take a moment to refresh ourselves. One for me. Oh, Joan, I need you, Joan. And one for my homies. All right, stay hydrated, folks. It's very important. So, before we move on to Freestyle Friday, where you guys are going to drop me some ideas into the comment section, and I'm going to draw them before your very eyes. Okay, I've got a little bit of a competition-ish kind of thing. Check out the Nothing Below the Fish badges. I've got a few of these little rascals. So you might have had you might have ordered a Nothing Below the Fish t-shirt. So for those of you who did that, thank you very much. You'll probably be rocking those right now. Talk to my mind's in the wash currently, but I've got the little badges, Nothing Below it just seems a bit blurry, but it trust me, it's not blurry in real life. The same as me, I'm not blurry in real life. Yes, so Nothing Below the Fish. I have 4 of these rascals up for grabs. All you've got to do is the first 4 people to support me on Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/Mark Meets Comics, Mark with a C, Ko-fi. I'll hold that up, throw that up there, do a screenshot, take a photograph, or if you've been there before and you've supported me, fantastic. The first 4 people, 4, count them, to support me on Ko-fi. All it is the price of a coffee. I will basically send you one of these badges. Okay, first 4 people. It's got to be the first 4. So you've got to move fast. So feel free to head over there now. Get a response. Go quick, get on another computer. Do it. I'm on this computer. Do it. I want one of those badges. They're really cool. They're really nice. My friends at Print It Northwest over in Wilmslow did these for me. Those guys are back working in a small capacity. So shout out to Nick and Ian for sorting these out for me super quick. So yes, Mummy said to draw a chicken on a toilet. There's always one parent, isn't there, who wants something crude, basically. And if I know Patrick Army Boy's mother the way I think I do, it doesn't surprise me that she's the one who's put in that request. So let's start the ball rolling. So yeah, if you don't forget those badges, don't miss out. So let's get a pen. I'm going to flip this rascal over now. So yeah, throw your requests into the comments section, and I'm going to go with the classic. I'm going to do a classic combo of colours here. I'm going to go with the old blue and the orange, okay? And I'm going to go with a blue line. Oh, shaking it up, shaking it up. Let's see, check it. Blue line straight across. Blue line, orange fish, okay? All right, orange fish. Okay, the last Freestyle Friday, or the last Friday show, I think we drew a plethora of fishes, which was fantastic. A feast of fish. Okay, so that was pretty cool. So let's have a look here. Okay, right, a cat on a bat in a hat. Okay, oh my word, there's some cheeky rascals out there. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the chicken. Mummy said to draw a chicken on a toilet. Okay, so how we draw a chicken on the toilet. So whilst I'm drawing a chicken on the toilet, I want you to draw me the alien of your choice. The alien of your choice. Well, I draw a chicken on a toilet. So let's have a see. So the chicken like that is, it's like this. It's kind of got like that, and it's kind of like that. Like that, and it's kind of sat like this. Oh, look at that! Oh, look at that! Alan Carr's straight in there. Your badge coming your way. My word! Keep going, guys. So don't miss out. Right, okay. So there's the chicken's legs. Chicken legs there. Right, okay. And then the chicken is just sort of sat there. It's got its wing like that. Even though chickens can't fly, they have wings. They can kind of sort of glide a little bit. And then he's just sat on the toilet, okay, like that. There's the toilet there, and you've got the thing, the bowl, and then it's a freestanding toilet, obviously, with the old flusher, and it's got an old school kind of flush. It's coming from the ceiling like that, okay, and he's just sort of sat there. Maybe he is just like Patrick Army Boy's mummy. He's sat on the toilet reading a glossy magazine, some kind of gossip thing. She loves the gossip. She loves, so it's got gossip on it like that. She just loves to read about celebrity gossip. And so on the toilet, she sat on the toilet. That's what she does. She sits on the toilet, and that's why she basically thought chicken on the toilet. Because she basically just thought, and that's what I like to do. I like to sit on the toilet and reading a gossip magazine. So there for you, Patrick Army Boy is a chicken, or as you know it, your mother sat on a toilet reading a gossip magazine. Okay, fantastic. That was from my dad, not me. Yes, Mummy loves it. Fantastic. Your dad, he's a rascal, isn't he? He's the kind of guy that thinks that. He knows what I'm going to say. He's the kind of guy that thinks there's only 4 members in the A team. That's all I'm saying. Okay, let's go into Super Mario. Okay, Super Mario. Super Mario. I'm going back with the blue. Super Mario. He's got his eyes like this, and he has like a nose, and he's got his little moustache, I think, like that. And then he's got a little hat like that, a little Mario kind of hat. It's got a little sign. I think it's kind of like that. Oh, there you go. Yeah. And then it's funny when you draw, you suddenly do just like a little line that you put in there, and it makes you suddenly think, oh right, yeah, that's kind of how it looks. Because I haven't got lots of references of everything. I'm just going to pluck them out of thin air and just hope for the best. We've seen some epic failures by me, if we're honest, on this show, particularly the hippo section of this show a few weeks ago. It just went out the window, didn't it? But I tried. I drew multiple hippos, and so many of them were just not like a hippo. So this is Super Mario, and he's like that, and he's smiling, and he is he's running. I think Mario. I'm trying to think what he has. He has braces. Does he? Yeah, he's got like a little overalls kind of thing, doesn't he? And then his legs coming up here. He's running along, and then his other legs like that. And then he's got his legs ding like that. Okay, oops. And he is like that, like that. Okay. And let me just say, so nice to see a number of my friends who have local businesses in my town of Macclesfield opening up again. And whether it be the shops or getting a takeaway coffee or a nice cake, it's just been nice to be able to do that. As long as we all stay safe, you know, hopefully we can still enjoy these little things that we kind of lost. Look at that! There you go, Super Mario. He's running along, and he's running. I think there's coins. I think that's what happens in Mario. There's coins, isn't there? You can just do like a little swirly thing like that. The coins are here. Ding, ding, ding. I can hear the coins. Or is that? I actually think now that's actually. Oh no, I was going to say that's actually. Sorry, the hedgehog, but no, he's the rings, aren't they? So I think coins. I'm not sure. Well, look, it's Super Mario chasing some coins. Right, let's have a look. A friendly xenomorph. A cat on a bat in a hat. A cat on a bat in a hat. Remember, there are now 3 badges up for grabs. 3 badges left. That's for, unless somebody else has snapped one up. Feel free to snap those rascals up. They're limited edition. They're not getting made again. That's it. That is it. Okay. So what we're doing: a cat on a bat wearing a hat. So a cat. So let's have a look here. We're going to do him here actually. So the cat. Okay. And he's wearing a hat, or she is wearing a hat. So we don't do the ears. So let's go. What kind of hat? I'm going to go with the classic fez. I've got my little hat on here today, my little sun hat. I look like the man from Del Monte, some people say, which is fine. I don't mind. I like the man from Del Monte. He said yes. And it's also covering up the fact that I've got a shocking hairstyle at the moment. So yeah, the cat's there, and then we do have the ear coming in like that. The ear, cat's ears. Sometimes in comics, or cartoons, if say for instance the cat was wearing, in fact I think Top Cat does this, wearing this kind of hat, or like a little newspaper kind of style, you know, like a business hat, like a trilby kind of thing. The ears would stick. There'd be like little holes, and the ears would stick out from things like that. Oops, so they can still pop out like that. So the cat is sat on a bat, so they do little 3 ding dings like that. Oops, oops. It's sat on a bat, so they do little 3 ding dings like that. Oops, oops. There you go. And there's the cat, and then the cat is sat. Fix that. So there is a cat wearing a hat on a bat. Okay, let's have a look. Lines. It's got that, and let's see. And then it has its tongue sticking out like that. Little boots like that. Okay, and that I think they like to squeeze their own tongue, which gets some little drool coming off it, and then they use the oh my word. Let's have a look. I feel like I lost it. So finally, that. Yeah, okay. So we did that. Okay. So I mentioned we have